Hey Mark, this is Sharika with Connecticut Water. I just wanted to send a super brief, quick video to tell you a little bit about our drinking water station. I mentioned it on the phone, but it deserves a little bit more information and I don't want to have to type it all out. I will include it in the quote that I send you this early evening, but for the sake of expediency, I just wanted to film this little video to kind of tell you a little bit about it. The first thing you should know is that it's a reverse osmosis system, although reverse osmosis is 1/5 the capability of this machine. We call it the K5 drinking water station. Reverse osmosis filtration is the best type of filtration there is. It basically works, there's a semi-permeable membrane and the water gets shoved through this membrane, and anything that isn't a water molecule gets buffeted back and drained away. It's the best type of filtration because it doesn't require any chemicals. Unlike the carbon filtration that I mentioned in your fridge, it doesn't need to have time for the water to contact the carbon to get rid of contaminants. And also, unlike that fridge filter, it will get rid of organic compounds and inorganic compounds. In fact, the K5 drinking water station has been certified to remove the most contaminants of any water filtration system there is. It's very, very effective. And I can actually send you a list of all the things that it removes. The other thing that's unique about this system is, as I mentioned, the reverse osmosis is its basic capability. It's 1/5 the capability of this machine. Water has a unique characteristic where water chemistry can change over time. For example, Meridian had an outbreak of coliform bacteria that manifested in the groundwater that can make people sick. So in our K5 drinking water station, aside from the 2 filters and the membrane that make up the reverse osmosis capability, there's 2 other slots where you can insert what we call our flex filters or specialty filters. So in regards to the coliform bacteria, there is a cartridge or filter that we can put in there that removes 99.9% of all viruses, all bacteria, cysts, protozoas. Also, I'm an athlete and magnesium is super beneficial for the body. The primary dietary source of magnesium used to be the groundwater. It's a good, healthy mineral that we should be drinking. It's not so good in the pipes. So one of the other filters that we offer is called the Mineral Plus, and it puts the good minerals back into the drinking water so you can still get them. And magnesium deficiency is a huge problem right now in our culture. If people have difficulty sleeping, muscle cramps, headaches, sometimes that is caused from a magnesium deficiency. And if you're physically active, even more important. So, and there's a whole bunch of different specialty filters that you can put in there. The other thing that makes the K5 unique is that membrane that I mentioned, like any other filtration mechanism, gets gunked up over time. Ours is the only drinking water system that regularly washes that membrane with the clean water, and that extends its life 5-fold. And the membrane is the most expensive part on a reverse osmosis system. So that's pretty key. The other thing that makes it special is the storage tank. All reverse osmosis systems have to store the water because it takes time to shove the water through that semi-permeable membrane. So the industry standard is a storage tank that has an air bladder in it. And the air bladder, as you drink the water, the air bladder inflates, and then as the system refills the storage tank, the air bladder deflates. Well, when that air bladder deflates, there's always a loss of water pressure. I don't know if you have any experience with RO systems, but there will be times where you'll turn on that faucet and it'll just be piddling through. It's just like this tiny little stream and you're standing there with your coffee pot holding it for 12 minutes trying to fill it. Well, our K5 drinking water station is the only one that has a storage tank that's called the WOW tank, which stands for water on water. And this tank, rather than having an air bladder, actually uses the water pressure of the house. So you never have any diminishment of that strong flow. That is good because of 2 reasons. One is traditionally reverse osmosis drinking water stations or reverse osmosis systems are installed under the kitchen sink. Well, because we have that storage tank, we can actually install the system in the garage instead, along with the softener, which makes it easier to change the filters and also saves you space under your kitchen sink. So the flow of the K5 drinking water station is mind-blowing. And I'm sure you're probably not as amazed by this because you're not aware of water, but in our industry, this is unheard of. The K5 drinking water station can actually spit out about 41 gallons of water a day. So that's huge. And I'm talking better than bottled water quality water. So you could be washing your vegetables in better than bottled water quality, watering the animals, your plants. It is amazing. And that flow is directly related to that storage tank. And then finally, the last thing I want to touch on is that the problem with filters is that if you forget to change the filter, they will actually leach contaminants back into the water, and that's not good. So this system actually has a shutoff where when the filters are used up, the system will just stop spitting out water. So you never have to worry about ingesting contaminated water. Also, there's a transparent window on the front of it with a blue tab. And when you change the filter, that blue tab gets pushed all the way to the top. And then as the filter life gets used, it slowly sinks down below the line of sight. So you can always keep an eye on to when your filters need to be changed. And speaking of filter changes, drinking water systems will get you. Most of my competitors, their drinking water system, you'll have to change the filters every 6 months, the membrane every 18 months. With ours, you only change those filters once every year and a half, year and a half, and then the membrane is good for 15 years because of that flush that I mentioned. And also, if you do get the drinking water system in conjunction with the softener, then you get a 10-year warranty on the parts and a 10-year warranty on that membrane. So it's really, really an awesome option. And so I just wanted to share with you a little bit about what makes that special. Hope you're having an awesome day. I'll get that email to you this evening.